When my daughter's kindergarten drawing had a red balloon instead of blue, I pulled her out of school immediately. For 3 years, since Lily could hold a crayon, every single balloon she has ever drawn has been blue. Birthday cards for grandma, blue balloons. Mother's Day artwork, blue balloons. Every piece of construction paper taped to our fridge, blue balloons floating across the page. Her teacher once asked why always blue, and Lily said, because blue means happy and safe. So when I picked her up from school and she handed me her My Family drawing with a bright red balloon floating above our stick figure house, my stomach dropped. I knelt down and looked at her face. She was smiling, but her eyes were wrong. Too wide, too still. Lily, why is the balloon red today? I asked quietly. She glanced back at the classroom door and whispered, Mr. Chris said red is a better color. He helped me pick it. We didn't have a Mr. Chris. Her teacher was Mrs. Wang. I felt my throat tighten. Who is Mr. Chris, baby? She leaned closer, and her voice got even smaller. The substitute. He said I'm his special helper today. He said if I tell anyone what game we played, something bad will happen to mommy. I picked Lily up and walked straight to the principal's office. My hands were shaking so hard I could barely open the door. The secretary looked up with her usual smile, but it faded when she saw my face. I need to speak to Principal Davies right now. There is a substitute teacher named Chris in my daughter's classroom, and I need to know who authorized him to be alone with students. She started typing on her computer and frowned. Sir, we don't have any substitutes scheduled today. Mrs. Wang is in her classroom. Are you sure your daughter said substitute? I set Lily down and pulled out my phone to call 911, but the secretary was already reaching for her desk phone with fear in her eyes. Lockdown, she said into the receiver. Possible unauthorized adult in building. Kindergarten wing. The alarm started blaring immediately. I grabbed Lily and held her against my chest as staff members started running through the hallways securing doors. Principal Davies burst out of his office and demanded to know what was happening. My daughter said a man named Mr. Chris claimed to be a substitute and took her somewhere to play a game. He threatened my wife's safety if she told anyone. Davies went white and grabbed his radio. All staff, do we have visual confirmation of an adult male who is not regular faculty in the kindergarten hallway? Static. Then Mrs. Wang's voice came through, shaking badly. There was a man in my classroom during lunch. He said he was from maintenance checking the heating vent. He asked if he could stay to observe the children for his training. I left him alone with 6 students for 8 minutes while I went to make copies. 8 minutes. I felt sick. Davies was already on his phone with police. Lily pressed her face into my neck and started crying. He said we were playing the quiet game. He took pictures. He said if anyone tells, he would find where we live. I heard other parents arriving at the office demanding to know what was happening. Davies made an announcement over the loudspeaker for all kindergarten parents to report to the main office immediately. 6 families, 6 children who were alone with this man. One of the mothers collapsed when she heard. Her son had mentioned a nice man with a camera, but she thought he meant the school photographer. Police arrived within minutes and reviewed security footage that showed a man in a maintenance uniform entering through a side door that should have been locked. He spent 8 minutes in that classroom. He left when the lunch period ended. They found his van, parked 2 blocks away, with a laptop inside, containing photographs of 15 different schools. The detective told us Lily was the only child who signaled for help. The others were too scared or didn't understand what was wrong. One little boy thought they really were playing a game. The detective asked me how I knew to check the drawing, and I explained the blue balloon thing. She wrote it down and said that signal saved 6 children from being exploited further because they caught this man before he could return to any of those schools. They tracked him down within 6 hours using the van registration and laptop data.